Hey Sarah, long time no see. Do you remember me? It's Emma, your high school classmate.
Oh, Emma? It's been a long time. Oh yeah, we exchanged numbers at graduation, right?
That's right. We never actually got in touch after that, though. How have you been?
I've been good, thanks. But why did you suddenly message me?
I just wanted to check something. Your husband's name is Mark, right?
Yeah, it is. How do you know his name?
Oh, I heard from a friend that you got married. No big deal, really. Actually, I saw you guys together in town the other day. I couldn't remember his full name, so it got me curious.
If you saw us, you should have said hi. But why are you curious about his name?
No big deal, just curious.
Uh-huh. I was a bit worried when your message popped up out of nowhere.
Well, we were in the same class, but we weren't that close, huh?
True.
But we did chat quite a bit at the class reunion. That was fun. By the way, you were always the top student and popular with everyone.
Oh, no way. I think I was just average.
But you were always praised by the teachers and often chosen as class representative.
Well, I did end up being class rep quite often.
I was really jealous, honestly. I didn't get that kind of attention.
Oh, you were plenty amazing, Emma.
Thank you. Anyway, about Mark.
Is there something wrong with him?
No issues or anything. You snagged yourself a wonderful man.
What's really going on? You sound pretty fixated on him. What's up?
Oh, nothing like that. Just curiosity. Don't mind me.
Oh, I see. Well, he's back now, so I should get going.
Alrighty, catch you later.
Hun, do you have a moment? I know it's sudden, but...
Sure, but what's the rush? What's it about?
It's a mess. My boss just suddenly assigned me a business trip. It's starting tomorrow for 2 months.
What? Starting tomorrow? And 2 months is a long time.
Yeah, Marvin messed up big time with a client. So now I have to go and fix it.
Oh, so you're covering for your brother again?
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? It must be tough having him in the same company, and now with the departments merging, you must see him all the time.
Exactly. I couldn't believe it when we merged, and we ended up in the same office. He's always bossing me around, acting all high and mighty. I never thought he'd be so bad at his job. And now it's cutting into our family time. I haven't been able to help with the kids' daycare at all, leaving everything to you.
We understand, so don't worry.
Thanks, hun. And there's one more thing.
Yes?
I'm really sorry, but can you pick me up from work today?
Oh? Okay, I'll drop the kids at my parents' place. But what's wrong? Are you feeling sick?
No, it's not that. It's just... I've had this strange woman following me for a few days.
A strange woman?
She's been waiting for me outside the office and follows me all the way to the train.
Wait, are you saying you have a stalker?
It might be at that level, but I have no idea who she is. She talks to me like we know each other, but I have no clue who she is.
Asking her and engaging in conversations might give her wrong ideas.
I don't want to create any misunderstandings, so I've been completely ignoring her, not talking to her at all.
Oh dear, scary.
She might be waiting for me today too, so can you come pick me up?
Alright, I'll come get you. I'll stop by my parents' place first. Is 7 p.m. okay?
Yeah. Sorry for the trouble. I really appreciate it. Can you pull up at the back loading dock instead of the front entrance? She might be hiding out front.
Got it.
Hi, Sarah. How's it going lately?
Hi, Emma. It's as usual. What's up?
Really? That's good to hear.
Thanks. So, how can I help you today?
I've been a bit concerned about something lately.
What are you concerned about?
Lately, your husband, Mark, hasn't he seemed a bit distant?
Excuse me? Why are you asking that out of the blue?
I'm sorry. I'm just curious as a friend, wondering if you two are doing okay.
I appreciate your concern, but we don't have any problems.
Really? Has he been coming home late or anything? Any changes?
No, not really.
Are you sure? You don't have to be strong all the time. You can talk to me about anything. It's not good to worry alone.
I'm really fine, I promise. He's as loving as ever, and I haven't felt he's been distant at all.
I see. Well, if you say so, then all right. But you know life is unpredictable. If anything comes up, feel free to talk to me.
Thank you. By the way, how's it going with you?
Me?
It's been a month since you last reached out. Did something happen?
I'll tell you eventually.
What?
It might surprise you. Just think of it as fate and accept it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's okay if you don't get it now. You'll understand soon enough.
Okay.
Well, talk to you soon again.
Sarah, that woman was here again.
What woman?
I just finished work, and as I was leaving the office, I saw her at the front entrance.
No way. She's still around? Are you okay? Did she see you?
No, I hid behind a pillar before she could see me.
That's good. But it's still scary. I was hoping she'd give up while you were away on your business trip.
Here's the thing.
What?
After I hid, I watched for a bit. My brother came out of the building, and they walked away in the opposite direction of the station.
What? With Marvin?
You know, today's my first day back at the office. So my coworker told me that while I was away for 2 months, they saw those two leaving together almost daily. It's become a bit of a gossip topic at work.
Really? Wait, so she was after Marvin, not you?
I'm not sure. She was definitely following me for a while. But one of my coworkers even saw them heading into a sketchy hotel.
A sketchy hotel? That woman isn't his wife, right?
No, I know her face. I would have recognized her.
Yeah, stupid question. So, who is she?
Well, she must be his other woman. Unbelievable, right? He's got a wife and a kid. Yet he doesn't even hide his affair from the public.
His action is infuriating. Especially after you had to cover for his mistakes at work.
Exactly. I was away from you and the kids for 2 months because of him.
I want to see a picture of that woman.
I'll show you later.
When did you take a picture?
A coworker who saw them together took some photos. He thought it might be useful to have proof.
Wow, so reliable.
She looks about our age.
Anyway, this is getting more complicated by the minute.
Yeah, it's turning into quite a mess.
Sarah, can I talk to you for a sec? I have some big news.
Hi, Emma. It's been a while again.
Are you ready for this?
Ready for what?
I know this will shock you. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take away your happiness.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'll just tell you. I've gotten real close with Marky.
Marky?
Mark, your husband.
Oh, you call him Marky. You two seem quite similar.
Yes, we're very close. Almost every day after work, we do all sorts of things together. He's crazy about me. And guess what? We're in the Bahamas right now.
I see. So it's an adulterous trip.
Oh, calling it adulterous is mean. We truly love each other. This Bahamas trip is more like a pre-wedding honeymoon. He says I'm all his tonight, so you should start preparing for a divorce.
Emma, can I ask you something?
Sure, what is it?
Why did you target my husband?
Well, he's a handsome, successful guy with a bright future. He's on the fast track at work, a star employee. How could I not go after him?
But you're married, aren't you? What about your husband and kids?
I don't care about them.
You don't care? What about your kids? They must be heartbroken.
It's fine. Kids aren't related to me anyway. It's the second marriage for my husband, and the kids are his. I never legally adopted them, so divorce will be easy. And with Marky being so successful, I'm sure he'll cover my expenses too.
I see. It seems you really think highly of my husband. That's why you were stalking him in front of the office.
That's right. At first, he didn't seem interested, but after a few days, he noticed my charms. Since then, we've been together almost every day. Sorry for stealing him. Anyway, I'm with him in a hotel right now. He's all mine tonight.
I'm in the same hotel, in the next room.
What?
A hotel in Nassau, right?
What the? How do you know that?
I told you. I'm in the same hotel. Sorry, but I know everything.
Wait. What's going on?
I've had a private investigator gathering evidence for the past 3 months. Your little conversations at the bar revealed this trip. Today, too, you were followed, but you didn't notice, did you?
That's not fair, having us followed.
Calling it unfair when you've stolen someone's husband is a bit rich.
Well, fine. I planned to reveal this anyway. With Marky's looks and prospects, I have nothing to worry about. I've decided to marry him. You better hurry up and divorce him.
Well, the thing is, we have no reason to divorce.
Huh? What do you mean? Of course you have a reason. He loves me.
My husband is right here next to me.
What?
Mark, my husband, checked in with me, and we're looking at this message in the same room right now.
What are you talking about? Are you so shocked about losing him that you've lost your mind?
I'm perfectly sane.
Then who do you think the man I'm with right now is? He looks exactly like Marky.
That Marky is actually Marvin.
Huh?
The person you got involved with is my brother-in-law, Mark's older brother.
What? What? What do you mean?
A few days after you started stalking Mark in front of his office, he went on a 2-month business trip.
A business trip?
Unaware of this, you continued waiting there and mistakenly approached Marvin, who works at the same company and looks very similar to Mark. He responded to your advances. And that's how we got here. By the way, the private investigator I mentioned is hired by his wife, not me.
No way. Did I mistake the person?
Yes, that's exactly what you did.
I can't believe I made such a mistake. I thought I had stolen an elite husband from you.
Now I finally understand why you've been persistently messaging me. You thought you were dating Mark.
Yes. Back in school, you were excellent and well liked by teachers and friends. I never liked you for that, and I wanted to take something precious from you.
Wow. It's been almost 10 years since we graduated from high school. There's some serious grudging.
When I heard the rumor that you got married, I was furious. Friends said your husband was an elite at a big company. Meanwhile, my husband is just a dull, low-ranking employee at a small company. I was so jealous and determined to steal yours.
And then you ended up stealing the wrong person. It's ridiculous.
Shut up! If Mark is on the fast track, his older brother must be even better, right? So, it's all good in the end.
Wishful thinking. I don't like to speak ill of my family, but he's kind of a burden at his company.
What?
I'm not an insider, so I don't know the details. But apparently, because of a big mistake he made 5 months ago, he's now a classic case of a sidelined employee.
A sidelined employee?
Meaning he's not competent, so he's in a position far from promotion.
Are you kidding me?
Mark's sudden business trip was related to that incident.
Wait, OMG, I don't get it at all.
Since it's about Mark's company matters, I don't know any more details.
No, that's not it. By the way, you mentioned you're at the same hotel.
Yes.
Come to our room immediately.
Oh, are you sure?
It's annoying to keep typing on the phone. Besides, I won't be satisfied until I can complain directly to your face.
Room 620, right?
If you know, then hurry up and come.
Got it.
Hey, Sarah. Explain this.
What's wrong?
I told you to come to my room. So why are my parents, in-laws, and my husband here? Most of all, Marvin's wife, too. When did you get them all here? It's not like they can get here in a matter of minutes.
I'm not just with my husband. Everyone's staying at the same hotel.
Why?
Everyone involved must be here for the discussion, right?
What the heck?
You told me to come to your room.
I'm asking why you, of all people, aren't here. I specifically asked you, Sarah, to come.
I'm not really involved in this, you know.
What?
You're not having an affair with my husband. You just stalked him. Other than that, I haven't been affected. If there's a situation where I'm needed, I'll be there. But I doubt that'll happen.
Wait a sec. What am I supposed to do now? Everyone's glaring at me and Marvin.
As they should.
Please, Sarah, come to the room right now. Explain to them that I wasn't actually after him.
No.
Why not? We're friends.
I've never thought of you as a friend.
That's cruel.
Sorry, but I'm going to join my parents and kids who are staying at a nearby hotel.
Wait.
As an outsider, I'll be taking a walk on the beach with my family.
This isn't supposed to happen.
Even though it was a mistake, you fell for Marvin, right?
If I had known he was a deadbeat, I wouldn't have gone after him. I wanted your husband. Ugh, this isn't fair. I got the bad lottery ticket. Oh, I know. I have an idea.
What?
Give me Mark. I'll return Marvin to his wife. That way everything will be resolved.
You're insane.
Come on.
Well, I'll be off then. When I first heard that my husband was being stalked by an unknown woman, I never imagined it would be a former classmate I hadn't seen in years. Looking back, it seems she had always viewed me as an enemy during our school days, so maybe she had been waiting for a chance for revenge. Naturally, the situation at the hotel turned into a huge drama. In the end, Marvin's wife filed for divorce with alimony, and his parents cut ties with him. Emma also met the same fate. Since she called Marvin a bad lottery ticket, we all assumed they'd break up. But they shockingly got married after their divorces were finalized. It was revealed that she was pregnant with his child. Although we hoped that this turn of events would make Marvin take his job seriously, he messed up at work again and got fired. With a baby on the way and financial needs piling up, Emma is furious at him for becoming unemployed. He has completely lost his motivation, refuses to look for a new job, and lazes around at home. Since there are still alimony payments to be made, Emma has to work instead. Now she leaves their baby with relatives and works nights to make ends meet.
Hey, Cassidy. I've been texting you, but why no response? Hello? Come on, Cassidy. Sorry, Sandy. Just got back from work. No way. I didn't know you were working. Why not? 'Cause you're married? Is working a bad thing? Poor you. Why? You must be so poor that you both have to work to make a living. It's not like that. Being a child care worker has been my dream since I was a kid. I enjoy my job and have no plans to quit. Always putting a tough front, huh? But seeing all those messages during the day, it seems you're not working. Still living off our parents? Rude! I do part-time work, you know. But that part-time job doesn't pay enough for you to be independent, right? I'm living at home, so I don't need to hustle that much. Mom and Dad are still working, so even if I don't, we can still eat. I don't see the point of getting a real job. So you help out with housework, right? Mom does it all. Wow, seriously? If you keep depending on them, it's gonna be you in trouble if something happens to them. Oh, please. They're both still in their 60s. They're fine. I spoke to Mom on the phone the other day. She mentioned wanting to get you out of the house soon. She thinks that spoiling you won't do you any good. What? This is the first time I hear about this. You were born when Mom and Dad were already in their 40s, so you've been doted on since you were little. That's why you've turned into such a selfish adult. Mom regrets not being stricter with you. Jeez, so mean of her to say that. I'm their jewel, so they should look after me forever. You're terrible. Turning 25 and yet you're neither working or helping at home, but just drifting around. But you know what? I'm actually moving out. Oh, really? You've finally decided to be independent? I'm getting married! Wow, congratulations. Finally, no more leaning on Mom and Dad, huh? They must be relieved now. I've won! You won what? My fiancé is the next CEO. So, a future life of luxury is practically guaranteed for me. Quite different from you, who'll have to keep working even after marriage. Sigh. How about that? Feeling envious? No, not really. I don't recall competing with you, so it doesn't bother me. But you see, I never want to lose to you. Even though I'm way better looking, it was so frustrating for me when you got married first. I'm not satisfied unless I'm better than you in everything. Okay. But this time, I've won. His family owns the company, and his dad is the current CEO. He's set to take over as the eldest son soon, so I'll be the wife of the CEO. It's like a dream come true. Where did you meet him? I met him at a singles mixer. There's a bit of an age gap, but he listens to everything I say and is so sweet. He's been so busy with his work that he hasn't had a chance to meet anyone. He said, "I'm a really lucky guy to marry such a young and pretty girl." I see. Well, for a plain Jane like you, getting picked by a wealthy guy is an experience you'd never have. I wouldn't be so sure about that, you know. Once I'm married, I plan to be a stay-at-home wife. Since I'll be taken care of by the CEO of a company, I won't have to work, and I'll be set for life. How about that? Jealous? Not at all. Why not? Because I actually enjoy working. I've never even thought about wanting to be a stay-at-home wife. I see. Understood. What? I bet your husband's not making that much money. That's why you're acting tough, saying you enjoy working. But in truth, you're desperate, right? I'm not. Seriously. I genuinely love my job. What's the fun in a demanding job like childcare worker? Sure, it can be tough at times, but I love kids. And my husband isn't on a low salary. Don't make assumptions about him without even meeting him. Oops, my bad. Come to think of it, I've only seen him in photos. But when I think about a guy who wanted to marry you, I can only picture some regular white-collar worker. You pulled a sickie and ditched my wedding at the last minute, remember? Mom and Dad were so disappointed. I had my reasons. I just couldn't bear to see you looking so happy on your wedding day. But hey, I'll invite you to my wedding. Bring your husband along, okay? Let's see the contrast between the high-class and low-class couples. Sure, whatever. Looking forward to it. Cassidy, my wedding's coming up soon. You'll be there, right? Oh yeah, it's in a week, isn't it? Of course, I won't miss it. Are you texting me just to make sure? No, I wanted to give you a warning before the wedding. Warning? About what? Please don't embarrass me. What do you mean? Like, don't roll up to the venue in a beat-up pickup truck or something. It'll be so embarrassing, so don't, okay? What are you talking about? You've always been blasé about your appearance and belongings, right? Remember when you had that old beat-up car and wore whatever clothes jumped out at you first? That was back when I was a broke student, you know. Aren't you still kind of broke? I'm going to be the future CEO's wife. If his family finds out my older sister's struggling financially, it'll be so awkward. I get it. I'm aware of the rules of the game, so relax. But don't stress too much about it. Huh? I'm feeling quite bad for you. I'm sorry for making you spend money to attend my wedding. It must be tough to get an outfit and shoes sorted, right? Not really. My fiancé got me a designer wedding dress. But for you, a cheap dress from Shein will do just fine. Don't worry about that. I have a couple of formal dresses, thanks to my husband's work-related events. Events? You've never been to such a thing in your life. Blatantly making up stuff? I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, sure. You're just really annoyed that I'm going to be the future CEO's wife, aren't you? Not really. Well, you just keep living in poverty forever. I can totally picture you stomping your feet in frustration while witnessing my gorgeous bridal look. It's gonna be priceless. Hey, I need to ask you something. Yeah? What's up? Your wedding is about to start. Is it okay for the bride to be texting now? Whatever. I want to know what's up. I heard someone who looked like you and your husband arrived in a Mercedes. On top of it, neither of you was driving. Did your friend give you guys a ride? Oh, that was our private driver. A driver? Well, you mentioned not wanting your in-laws to think I was poor, right? I did say that, but... You said it'd be embarrassing to roll up in a beat-up pickup truck because they'd be appalled. Right. But there's a limit to everything, you know. You must have paid a luxury car service. But seriously, that's way too much. Are you trying to mess with me? I didn't arrange that. It's been routine for us to have a driver when we go out together, ever since I got married. No way! Stop joking around! Your husband isn't as wealthy as mine. He actually is. What? He didn't show any signs of it when we first met. I was genuinely surprised when I visited his family. He comes from a long line of landowners and runs a real estate business. Landowner? Yeah, everyone in his family is wealthy, and of course, their family home is a mansion. I thought I wasn't good enough to marry into that family, but it turns out they're down to earth and welcoming despite their status. They embraced me, so I decided to marry him. It's a tight-knit family, and I'm incredibly happy now. I had no idea! Why didn't you tell me? Mom and Dad never mentioned anything like that. They probably chose not to tell you on purpose. Why not? Because they know how competitive you are. They worried you'd do something out of jealousy if you found out. You're kidding! I thought I finally had one up on you. Even if my husband's the future CEO, he drives a domestic car himself. There's no way he can compete with someone who has a personal driver. Whether he's rich or not, it doesn't determine who's winning or losing, you know. Huh! You're probably mocking me as a poor person deep down. Why would you even think that way? I didn't marry him because he's rich. I just happened to fall for someone who happens to be affluent. Ugh! It's so annoying. I shouldn't have invited you to my wedding. It's a bit late to say that now. Oh, by the way, I heard your husband's business is a family-run company. Wait, what? I bumped into some of your hubby's relatives in the lobby earlier. They told me quite a bit. Sounds like your father-in-law runs a small construction company. A small construction company? Don't tell me you didn't know. It's been running since your husband's grandfather's time. They've run it with only family members, not hiring employees. I heard that your mother-in-law is currently in charge of accounting and other administrative tasks. What? Hold on. What do you mean it's just the family? Oh my God, you didn't know any of it? I didn't know it was a family business. All I knew was that his dad was running the company. So you didn't check anything before. But when someone says they run a business, you'd imagine there are like 1,000 employees and the CEO sits in a fancy office, right? Unfortunately, it sounds like it's just a family working there. From what the relatives said, your in-laws intend for you to join the company after marriage to learn the ropes. What? I haven't been told about that. Geez, you decided to marry without knowing anything. I was supposed to be a classy full-time homemaker married to the future company CEO, not some office clerk in a tiny company. Even so, it's a family business. If your husband's supposed to take over from his dad as the CEO, wouldn't you end up doing accounting like your mother-in-law? No way! I'm terrible at math. I just suck at working in the first place. If you're not happy, why not talk to him and your in-laws about it? What am I going to do? I'm starting to regret this whole thing. This is far from what I had expected. Anyway, don't you need to get ready? The ceremony's starting soon, isn't it? Cassidy, I don't want to marry him after all. Is there any way to call off the wedding right now? What? Are you insane? We've already got a lot of guests scattered here. Canceling it now is totally out of the question. Can't we come up with some excuse, like saying the bride suddenly felt ill or something and cancel it? Pulling a sickie again? I don't want to go through with this. I've never heard of anyone faking an illness for their wedding. Besides, didn't you decide to marry him because you love him? Even if things don't go exactly as planned, isn't overcoming them together what marriage is about? I decided to marry for an elegant lifestyle as a CEO's wife. If it meant hustling in a family-run business, I wouldn't have chosen that old man. That's quite disrespectful to him, you know. I should probably head inside now. Let's cut the chat here. I'm looking forward to seeing you in your wedding dress. Wait! Cassidy! I can't do this! It wasn't supposed to be like this. Guess what? I want an annulment. Jeez, you just had your wedding yesterday. What are you talking about? I can't take it. I should never have gone through with it. You were looking upset the whole time, even though you were supposed to be the star of the show. Of course I was grumpy. My whole life's been thrown off track. Wait, are you still bothered by joining your in-laws' company? If you really don't want to, just explain your reasons and decline. It's not like you made any promises to them before marriage. I didn't, but they're not the type to listen to my opinions. What happened? After the wedding, my in-laws told me I had to join the company right away. I also have to move in with them. Oh, so besides taking over the company, you're also expected to live together? We planned to live just the two of us. We had found an apartment, but they forced us to cancel the lease. Before the wedding, they were nice to me and never mentioned living together. Now, they've both become strict like they're different people. They say, I'm married into their family, so I must obey what they say. Even my husband now insists that the wife should follow the husband's family. Oh no, the whole family holds old-fashioned values. Everything feels completely different now. Was I deceived? My husband used to agree with all my wishes before we got married. What in the world did I do? They probably acted nice because they were desperate to find a wife. So, they were all acting? Most likely. How old is your husband now? He's almost 40. Perhaps he had trouble finding a partner due to his work and parents. Amidst that, your readiness to marry just because he's the successor might have been attractive to him. No way! Normally, you'd ask about the other person's job and parents before getting married. But all you could think of was that being the CEO meant being rich. You accepted his proposal before you tried to get to know him well enough, right? I'm sure he must have been grateful for your presence as he was in a rush. What the heck? It's like I fell into a trap. I wouldn't say it's a trap exactly. While it's terrible that they're pressuring you to live with them and join their company after the wedding, you're also at fault for not properly evaluating your partner before deciding to marry. Then, I'm divorcing him right away. Give me your husband. What? What nonsense are you talking about? I want to marry a wealthy guy. Being wealthy doesn't mean anyone will do, right? At this point, it doesn't matter. I just want to escape from them. I'm tired of being bossed around by these old-fashioned people. And you want my husband in exchange for that? Why not? I'll give you mine in return. You can't just trade husbands like objects. It's not fair that you got what I want. You've found a wealthy husband and live a high life. I want a personal chauffeur with a Mercedes too. We're sisters, so share some happiness with me. You found the next CEO as your husband, haven't you? You got blessings from many people at your wedding. Do your best and be happy. I won't! I can't be happy! Why am I the only one facing this? I just wanted to marry a wealthy man. I haven't done anything wrong. It seems like payback for looking down on and judging others for being poor. I'm going out to dinner with my husband now. Later. Wait, Cassidy! I'm sorry for saying you're poor. Please, don't abandon me. Sandy started living with her husband and in-laws. She also began working at their company, leaving her with no time to rest, caught up in household chores and work. Her mother-in-law's guidance was so strict that it bordered on bullying, and she couldn't tolerate it anymore. She brought up the topic of divorce with her husband, but he just dismissed it. Her in-laws scolded her, saying, "Divorce? Don't make a fuss over such trivial matters." Leaving that family anytime soon seems impossible. Undoubtedly, she deeply regrets marrying for money. As for me, I'm surrounded by a loving husband and his family, doing a job I find fulfilling, and enjoying happy days. What's more, we recently found out that a new life is growing inside me. Right now, my family and I are eagerly anticipating the birth of our baby.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.